Today we're in the midst of a massive, breathtaking transformation in world Christianity. What is changing is where it lives. 50 years ago it was overwhelmingly Western. Today the majority of those who see themselves as Christian are found in the global South. In fact, the numerical centre of Christian faith is somewhere not far from Timbuktu in Mali, West Africa. Once this centre was in Europe, now it's not. That is the change that has taken place. This transition from North to South and European to non-European means many things. It means that the face of world Christianity has changed. It's now younger, less educated, less white and less affluent than it was 50 years ago. But what is much more important than this is to ask why Christian faith is stagnating in the West while it's exploding in the global South. And while Christian faith is stagnating in the West, it's also being brushed off as irrelevant by more and more people in these Western countries. Sometimes Christians have been naive about the complexity and the difficulty of bringing about change in highly modernized societies. They've not always understood how cultural networks work and how cultural elites exercise their power. At the same time, can we be content with a faith that is privately engaging, but at the same time disengaging from the world around it? This is not the first time Christians in the West have had to face such a challenge. In the early 5th century, barbarian hordes had come south out of Europe and moved towards the heart of the Roman Empire. Then the unthinkable happened. In 410 AD, the barbarians simply walked into the city and sacked it. Rome had already collapsed from within. It fell victim to its own moral corruption, its lost vision, and its own inertia. The Roman world died and the Dark Ages began. One Christian response to this was the way of engagement. From Augustine came his The City of God. It gave an explanation of the interconnections between the earthly city, human life in all its fallenness and with all its false deities, and the city of God, which is the kingdom of God. As difficult as it was, Augustine engaged his world. He lifted up Christian eyes to see the greatness, sovereignty, power, and grace of God. Ours, in fact, is a time calling in a loud voice for Augustine. The truth is that whenever Christian faith turns worldly and becomes powerless, as it so often has in the West today, it's because it's lost sight of Him. The present age has eclipsed the age to come. The earthly city obscures the city of God, because the God whose age and city it is has disappeared from our sight. The impulse is to retreat, even to hide. It's only strong when the power of God seems less real to us than the power of the present moment. This book goes to the heart of the matter, to the very center of our faith. Evangelical faith is never going to be renewed by better marketing techniques, or more cultural accommodations, slicker presentations, or better business acumen. It will be renewed only when our knowledge of God is deepened, our walk with Him becomes more genuine, and our faith more authentic, and our church is more biblical. This is exactly what this book calls for.